So what is motion? If your position is changing with respect to time, with respect to reference point, then we can say that you are in motion. Suppose you are observing me, I am not moving with respect to my position, right? I am in chair only. I am not moving here, there in my room, right? I am still here only, right? I am not moving. My position is not changing with respect to you, and with respect to time also. Okay, if my position is not changing with respect to myself, with respect to you, it means you are the observer, you are the reference, right? You are the reference. With respect to you, my position is not changing, right? And with respect to time also, my position is not changing, right? That means I am in rest. That indicates I am in rest. Okay, my position is not changing with respect to you and with respect to time, right? With respect to you and with respect to time, my position, if it is not changing, means I am in at rest. When will you say I am in motion? Suppose I am moving from here to there and there to here. I am roaming in my room. My position is always continuously changing with respect to the time. My position is continuously changing with respect to observer also. Who is observing me? With respect to observer, observer is sitting there. He is observing me. So that I am moving here, there, and I am moving randomly, right? So with respect to time, and with respect to observer we call as the reference. With respect to reference point and with respect to time, if my position is changing, means I am in motion, right? What is mean by motion? Motion is the change in the position of the body with respect to time, right? If your position is not changing with respect to time and with respect to any observer, that you can say that we are in not in motion, that object is at rest. When object is moving with respect to time and with respect to position is continuously changing, means it is moving, the object is in motion, right? To describe the motion, we have here two things: distance and displacement. What is mean by distance? Distance means actual path covered by the object, we called as a distance. Then displacement means shortcut. We can say that shortcut, the shortest path between initial position and the final position, we called as the displacement. I will give one example here. Let us see one example here, right? Are you able to see this figure, right? A to B, this is A to B. I am covering 3 kilometer distance, and B to C I covered 7 kilometer distance. Then what is actual distance covered by me and what is the actual displacement, the displacement covered by me? Okay, so I started from the A and reaches to B, 3 kilometers. Again I turns left side, and again I reaches to C. This is 4 kilometers, not 7. This is 4 kilometers. 4 4 kilometers. Then what is the distance covered by me? The distance covered by me is actual path covered by me. That is, you have to take here AB plus BC. 3 kilometer plus 4 kilometer. Total distance covered by me is 7 kilometer. Then what is displacement covered by me? So displacement is the shortest path.
5 kilometers.
Initial point and final point. Yes, it is 5 kilometers. So initial point, my initial point is A and my final point is C. What is the shortest path between initial and final? The shortest path between initial and final path will give you displacement. Now we have to find the AC value. How will you find this AC value? This is according to Pythagoras rule. AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. From that we can say that this is 3 square plus 4 square. How much you will get? 9 plus 16, 25. Root 25 value is 5. So my distance is 7 kilometer. My displacement is 5 kilometer only, right? So this is the differences between the distance and displacement, right? So distance always it is positive value, so it will give only positive value. So displacement will give, is it positive or negative, or it can be zero also sometimes. Suppose when you starts from suppose you are moving in the circular path. Assume that you are moving in circular path. Suppose you are moving like this. Yeah, this is the circular path. So I started from here. Suppose I am only moving, right? So I started from the point A. Again I reach it to point A only after some time. So where I started here? Point A. So I started from the point A. So I completed one round. Again, I reached to my, again A only. That means here my initial position and final point, initial point and final point in this case same. Suppose assume that our school ground having circumference is 400 meter, right? If you complete one round means you completed 400 meters round, right? So for to complete one revolution, I am taking so much time. So you leave it about time that we will discuss later. Now here we have to discuss about distance and displacement. Suppose this is a ground. This ground is having circumference 400 meter. Okay, now I finished two rounds. Let us assume I finished how many rounds? Two rounds. I completed two rounds. Again, I reached to the same point, right? So in this case, what is my distance and what is my displacement? Can you tell this? So the one round of this circumference is 400 meters. I completed two rounds. Two rounds means how many meters I completed? Yes, how many meters?
800 meters.
800 meters.
So one round equal to 400. I completed two rounds. So distance covered by me is how much here? Distance covered by me is 800 meter. But what is my displacement in this case? What is my displacement?
Zero.
Yeah, zero. Why? Because where I started here, point A. I started from the point A. Again, I reach it to the same point A only, right? Here, initial point, my final point. In this case, both is same. Both are same. Sorry, both are same. Initial point also same and final point also same. If initial point, final point both are coincident, in this case, my displacement value is zero. What is my displacement value in this case? My displacement value is zero. Is it clear, everyone? Here, my displacement value is zero. What is mean by displacement?
Yes,
Displacement means that the shortest path between initial position and final position we called as the displacement. Okay, in this case, my displacement zero. Okay, but what is my distance? I covered two rounds, right? I covered two rounds, right? Two rounds means one round equal to 400 meter, two rounds equal to 2 into 400 meter, that is 800 meter. So total distance covered by me is 800 meter, but displacement covered by me is the zero. Okay, displacement tells you only the shortest path between the initial position and the final position. Okay, if your body starts from the here we have one example. Let us see this example. Our body starts from the zero, right? And it is reaches to so suppose here, let us assume this. If a body starts moving in a straight line from the origin O, this is the origin O, right? And moves through the C and B, finally it reaches to A, again then moves back and reaches C through B, right? So in this case, what is my distance and what is my displacement? Suppose let us assume here I started from the A, finally I reaches to, I started from the O, finally I reaches to A. Okay, then for in first case, what is the distance covered by me? That is OE, right? OE. I started from the A and again I reaches to A, OA. Afterwards, I reaches to again C, AC. Okay, the total path covered by me is OA plus again I came back to I come back to C through the B. So in this case, what is my distance and what is my displacement? Okay, so finally I reached to where? See, initially I started from the O. Initially I was started from the O, finally I reached to C. How I reached to C? So first I started from the O, first I reached to A, again I am come back to the same straight line in opposite direction, right? Again I am come back to C through the B, finally I reaches to C. So first I started from the O, finally I reaches to A. So in first case OA, again I come back to the C, OA plus AC. What is the value of OA plus AC? Here we have OA is 60 kilometers, right? OA value is 60 kilometer, right? And AC value, again I come back to here. So again I come back to here. How much it is? So total distance is 60. From this you take 20. 60 to 50, right? 50 to 40, 40 to 30. I'm moving back, right? So I'm covering how much distance? 10, 10, 10, 10, 30 plus 5. So A to C, what is the distance from A to C? A to C distance is 35. What is the A to C distance is here? 35, right? The distance between the A and C is 35. Or you can tell like that only AC distance. To find AC here, A point here we have 60 and C point 25. 60 minus 25, what will you get here? 35. That means the distance of AC is 35, right? The gap between the AC is 35 kilometers. So that is 35. Okay. So if your body starts moving in a straight line from origin A and moves to C and B, finally it reaches to A and then moves back, again it reaches to C through the point B. So distance covered by the object is OA plus AC, that is equal to 60 plus 35. In this case, distance is 95 kilometers, right? Then in this case, what is displacement? What is displacement here? In this case, what is displacement? Displacement
5 kilometers.
Yeah, I started from O, finally I reaches to C. You have to see the initial position here O, right? This is the initial point and the C is the final position. What is the gap between this O and C? That you have to observe here. The gap between the O and C is how much here now? Only 25 kilometers, right? The displacement covered by that object is 25 kilometers and distance covered by is the 95 kilometers, right? Object starts from the O, it reaches to A, again it comes back to C through point B, right? So total distance covered by, so O to A is the 60 kilometer, A to C between 35 kilometers. So 60 plus 35, total distance covered by that object is 95 kilometer. Then what is the displacement covered by this object? So it starts from the O, that is the initial point, finally it reaches to C. We have to see the gap between O and C, that is the initial position and final position. Where initial position is O, the object starts from the O, finally it reaches to C. The gap between the O and C, the shortest path, initial position and final position, the shortest path between initial position and final position we called as displacement. So in this case we have the displacement 25 kilometers, right? Suppose, again I am giving one more question to you. Again I am forming one more sentence here. Let us see. Suppose I am moving, I am starting from here, I reaches to A, again I come back to O. Okay, first I started from the O and reaches to A, that means distance covered by is OA. Again I come back to the same position, AO. So in this case, what is my distance covered? In this case, what is my distance covered? OA plus AO. O to A, I move 60 kilometers. Again, I am coming back to O, again 60 kilometers. 60 plus 60, how much? Please, 60 plus 60, how much? 120 kilometers, right? So in this case, my distance covered is 120 kilometer, right? Again, what is my displacement in this case? What is my displacement in this case? The displacement in this case is 0. I started from the O, again I reached to O. Here in this case, my initial position and final position in this case both are same. That means the displacement covered by me is how much here? 0. So in this case, my displacement is 0, right? So I started from the O, again I reached to O. My initial position O and my final position also O. Means my displacement is 0. But my distance is 120 kilometers. O to A is 60 kilometers, again A to O is 60 kilometers. 60 plus 60, 120 kilometers. Suppose I am moving again in third case. Suppose I reach to O to A and A to O. Again I am going back from the O. I am going back from the O, again 5 kilometers, minus 5 kilometers in opposite direction. So in this case, what is my distance? What is my displacement? One more time I am telling, listen here carefully. So I started from the O, finally I reached to again O. Okay, again from that O I am going back again 5 kilometers. I am going back again, right? So in this case, what is my distance? Suppose this is the point. Let us say O dash. Let us say O dash. So first I move to O to A and again come back to AO. Again I going back to OO dash, right? So total distance covered by me is how much? 60 plus 60 plus 5. That is 125 kilometers, right? Right? In this case, my distance is 125 kilometers. Now, what is my displacement in this case? Anybody please? What is my displacement? Displacement. So starting point is O and ending point is O dash in negative direction, right? So O to O dash, this is the x-axis, right? This is the x, right? In this case, what is my displacement? My displacement in this case is negative value, that is minus 5. So from this observation, we can say that displacement can be positive or 0 or it can be negative also. right? So I started from the O and I reaches to A, OA. Again I come back to the AO. Again I'm going back opposite direction. Again I am going back to -5 direction. So O to -5 direction means displacement in this case is -5 kilometer, and distance covered by me is 125 kilometers. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. Is it clear? Right? Distance is 125 kilometers, OA plus AO plus OO dash. So I started from O and again reaches to A. Again I am coming back to the O. Again I am going back to again O dash. So OA plus AO is the 60 plus 60, 120, and OO dash value is of 5 kilometers. So distance is always positive value. It cannot be negative. But displacement, it can be 0, positive or negative, right? Okay. Now move on to the next one. So what is mean by uniform motion and non-uniform motion? Suppose I am covering equal distances in equal intervals of time, we can say that I am moving with uniform motion. Suppose you are in your vehicle, your speedometer giving that you are moving with 60 km per hour. That means in each hour you are covering how much distance? 60 kilometer of the distance. So in second hour again you are covering 60 kilometers. In third hour you are covering 60 kilometers. Suppose in your vehicle, in your speedometer, your car having the speedometer, no? So in that speedometer this car is moving with 60 kilometer per hour. That indicates it is moving with, it is covering 60 kilometer of distance in 1 hour of time, right? So each hour it is moving with 60 kilometer of the distance. Second hour again 60, third hour again 60. Body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. Then we can say that our body is moving with uniform motion. Suppose I am raising suddenly. Suppose anything is anything is coming in front of you. Suddenly you have to apply the brake. That means in that case, what will happen? You are suddenly raising and you are suddenly stopping the vehicle. Means in that case your body is not uniform, right? It is in the non-uniform motion. Your speed is gradually changing. It is varying, right? So if your body travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time or equal distances in unequal interval of time, then we can say that the body is moving with non-uniform motion. When will you say that body is moving uniform motion? Suppose you are covering equal distances in equal intervals of time. So in that case, we can say that you are moving with uniform motion. Then when will you say you are moving with non-uniform motion? Right? If our speed is changing gradually, it is decreasing, increasing, it is not a constant, means it is varying. So if our speed is varying with the time, then we can say that our body is moving with non-uniform motion. Is it clear, everyone? So non-uniform motion, uniform motion, is it clear? Right. Next one, speed. What this speed? Yes, speed equal to distance by time, right? So speed of a body is the distance traveled by the body in unit time. So speed equal to distance by time. If a body travels a distance s in time t, then we can say that speed of the body equal to v equal to s by t. So distance we measured in the meter and time we measured in the seconds. Okay. So what are the units of the speed? Meter per second or kilometer per hour. So distance we can kilometer hour equal to how many meter per seconds? Right, 1 kilometer per hour equal to how many meter per second? So 1 kilometer per hour, this we can change. 1 kilometer hour, 1 kilometer equal to how many meters? 1000 meters, right? 1 hour equal to how many seconds? 3600 seconds. Okay, so when you do like this, so 2 5 the 10, 2 18 the 36, then what will you get here? 5 by 18 meter per second. Okay, 1 kilometer per hour. To change kilometer per hour into meter per second, we have to multiply with 5 by 18. Okay, 1 kilometer per hour equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. So 1 kilometer means 1000 meter. 1 hour equal to 3600 seconds. So when you do this, here 2 zeros will get cancelled. So 5 2 are 10, 2 5 are 10, and 2 18 are 36. So 5 by 18 meter per second. Okay, so units of the speed is meter per second or kilometer per hour. So how will you change this kilometer per hour into meter per second? By doing multiply with 5 by 18. So we can change the kilometer per hour into meter per second. Next, what is mean by average speed? Yeah, average speed means the total distance traveled by total time taken. Suppose you are in Ashwapuram, you are going to the Hyderabad. What is the distance between the Ashwapuram and Hyderabad? Let us assume it is 360 kilometers. Okay, approximately it is 360 kilometers, right? You are moving from Ashwapuram and to Hyderabad. So Ashwapuram to Hyderabad is 360 kilometers. You are moving one night journey, right, in bus. So it is taking, let us assume it is taking 9 hours, right? Let us assume it is taking 9 hours. But what is your average speed in this case? So you are taking total distance and total time. Okay. So Aswapuram to and Hyderabad, yeah, how much time you are taking here? 9 hours you are taking to cover the 360 kilometers distance. Then what is average speed in this case? So what is the average speed in this case? 360 by 9, that is 40 kilometers. Means your bus is moving with 40 kilometer per hour. Your bus is moving with 40 kilometer per hour. This is the average speed. Next one, speed with direction, right? So speed with direction we call as the velocity. The rate of motion of a body is more meaningful if we specify its direction of the motion along with the speed. So along with the direction, if you tell about speed, the quantity which specify both the direction, motion and speed is called as velocity. Velocity means the displacement of the body per unit time, we call as velocity, displacement by time taken. Okay, suppose I will give you one example to understand this velocity distance, velocity speed. There is some differences there. I will tell you what is the main differences between the velocity and the speed. I will give you one example here. Suppose your vehicle is moving in the circular path. Let us assume your vehicle is moving in the circular path, right? So your vehicle is having some speed, right? Your vehicle is some speed that is 60 km per hour. Your vehicle is moving in circular path. Okay, your vehicle is moving with speed how much? 60 km per hour, and your vehicle is moving always circular path. So always your direction is changing in this case. Suppose you starts from the here, your direction will be in this case, right? If you comes to here, your direction will be in this case. So if you comes to here, if your direction will be like that, if your direction is always tangent to the direction of the path, right? So it will give tangent direction of the path, means the direction of that your path is changing always, right? Your direction is changing means in this case velocity is not constant. Your direction is always changing, right? You are always changing your direction, but you are moving with constant speed. But in this case you are not moving with constant velocity. Why? Because your direction is not constant here, right? Here your direction is always changing. If you are moving, when you are moving in the circular path, your direction is always changing. Always you have to change the direction. Always you have to change the direction. Always you have to change the direction. Means every time your path, your direction changing for some time. Right? After when you come to here, your direction is like this, right? When you come here, if your direction is goes like this. If you are moving in circular path, your direction is always changing. If your direction is not constant, if your direction is always changing in this case, so in this case we can say that in this case velocity is not constant, only speed is constant. The speed of the car, it is moving in circular path, that is 60 km per hour, that is constant, that is speed is 60 km per hour, that is not changing, means object is moving with uniform speed, that is constant speed 60 km per hour. But in this case object is not moving with uniform velocity. Why we have to tell like that? So here in this case, when you are moving in circular path, your direction is always changing, right? Your direction is not constant here. So if your direction is changing means your velocity is not constant, right? Velocity is not constant. Velocity also changing means velocity is not constant. You are moving with non-uniform velocity. When will you say that velocity is constant? When you are moving in the straight line. If you are moving in the straight line, the direction is same. So in that case, you can say that you are moving with the, suppose this same car moving in the circular, suppose, just a minute. If our car is moving in, just a minute. Yeah, if your car is moving in the straight line, okay, with speed 60 km per hour, right? If your car is moving with 60 km per hour, 60 km per hour, right? In this case, the car is moving in the straight line, right? So in this case, we can say that in this case, the car is moving with a uniform speed and also uniform velocity. Why we are calling here uniform velocity? Here direction is not changing, right? Here direction is constant. Direction, if it is direction changes means velocity also changed, right? So your car is moving with how much speed? 60 kilometer per hour. Then car is moving on a straight line, right? So in this case, direction is not changing, speed also not changing. So in this case, we can say that car is moving with uniform velocity and uniform speed also, right? Then velocity of the body, velocity means the displacement. Velocity of the body is the displacement of the body per unit time. We called as velocity. So in a straight line, right? So the body is the displacing per unit time. So velocity equal to displacement by time taking. So velocity has both magnitude and direction. So this we can say that it is vector quantity.